Hi everybody, I am recording on Friday, October 23rd, and depending on how much you follow this page, you're probably going to see it after today. But I wanted to do like a quick video. It's been a while. I've skipped a couple days, not 5 months, but just a couple days, and it was kind of intentional. I was a day behind and editing the video, like let's say it was a Tuesday and I was editing Monday's video and it was late and I had other things to do. So I was like, I'm just going to finish this another time. And I really like the 30-day, like posting every day for 30 days because I do want to develop discipline. I do want to make sure I'm making time for this in my day now that I've been given the green light and encouraged to go ahead with these. But I also want to make sure I'm putting out content that matters and not just talking to talk. Not that I'm an expert on things, but a lot that I've lived through and kind of made some mistakes, and would love it if people who are watching don't make the same. I'm a firm believer in learning from somebody else's mistakes and not learning from your own in certain things. But in terms of like, there's just wisdom. You know, if you tell me that you put your hand in a fire and you burned yourself, I don't need to put my hand in the fire to see if I'm going to burn myself too, you know? And I wouldn't have said that about me, but I would hear instruction. I would hear counsel. I would hear people say like, okay, do this or don't do this. And I would be like, I don't know. But that just reminded me of Eve in the Garden of Eden when Satan comes and is like, did they really, well, he said, did God really say, don't eat this fruit from this tree? So I wish I had learned more from other people's mistakes instead of making my own. And one of the things I remember most about the times where I made some of the biggest mistakes of my life is once I like started making better choices and was like willing to admit that I'd been wrong, one of the first things I would do is talk to my younger sisters and let them know like, okay, this is what happened. This is what I did. Do not do the same thing I did. Please, I beg you, learn from my mistakes. Leave it at that, you know? And I don't want to ever be in a place where I could have helped somebody and I didn't, either for fear or shame or whatever. So I want to be consistent. I want this channel to mean something. But I don't want to just say stuff just to meet some sort of deadline. So I still need wisdom with that. I think I just want to pray more about that and see. I really like the challenge of doing 30 days, right? I do, but I want to find a balance where it's still quality content and it's not becoming bigger than other responsibilities. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's essentially what I want to say here. And that's about it. I did get some ideas, I think, just through taking that time back and really reflecting and just kind of listening better to see some things I do want to do. And I found this when I first started this channel, or maybe was it after the break? Let me see the date. I guess it was like when I was on a break from doing the channel. The first entry is like late May, right? And there's a little book of my ideas for the YouTube channel. So there's a woman I know. I believe I know she's got 2 channels at least on here. One is the Fashion Analyst and the other is the Hungry John. I recommend you follow them. She's great, full of personality and just a fun person. She knows a lot and she's really cool. She saw one of my videos and she sent me this whole text of feedback, which I love because I don't know what I'm doing. And she's been doing this for a little longer, a lot longer actually. So I wrote down some notes from that conversation, and then just as ideas would come, I just started writing things down, and I forgot about this notebook, but I'm so grateful for when I found it, and yeah, it got me excited all over again. And it was after I'd been like, okay, Lord, what should I be saying? What's the flow of this supposed to be? And he showed me all these ideas that he gave me before, so it was really cool. Some of this is talking about race, some of this is talking about different addictions, some of this is answering questions. So this is just sharing some passions. It's just stuff I really enjoy and I'm excited about. So it was cool to like find it again and just it just encourages me more to keep doing this and to have a focus for why I'm doing it and not just something to do in my day, you know? I just want to put out content that's going to matter 10 years from now, you know? So I figured for this video, I would just touch base, check in, give you a little bit of a preview of what's coming, and then some updates. So update number 1, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been trying to do some more editing. I do have like, I don't know what they're called, but I have like little things on the screen sometimes. They're called titles in iMovie, but they're just like, if I reference a verse or if I reference something, some quote or whatever, I'll try to just add it in there just so, you know, I'm not making stuff up. And then I've done a couple other things. And then on the front and the back of the videos, like a little transition. And then I tried to do, I think at one point I did do like a little emoji that I added in. Like, you know, people see those videos and like, this and that and that. And it's harder than I thought it was going to be. So I need more practice with it because I ended up trying it and I got so annoyed that I was like, forget it. This video doesn't even need it. But I do want them to be visually exciting to see, you know, and a little switch up. I'm also working on getting a selfie stick. I forgot the name. I blanked on it. But a selfie stick and a tripod so I can travel more. And I have some friends who are helping me choose one. One is Rhonda, my roommate and friend who's into film and photography. The other is Ikea, Miss Brave, who I mentioned before. She's also big on social media, has her own clothing company, and Brave Talks, and, you know, you'll hear more from her. You'll probably see her. Share your passion. And so much of my life is the people around me, and those are like the high points of my life and my day. It's just the people that God has blessed me with, and I would love to be able to share them with you, you know? So, and there's so much wisdom, so much passion and excitement and love for God and love for people that I think the world needs more examples of that. There's a remnant out here who love God and love people and want to see this world turned upside down for God's glory. So yeah, I want to have some more friends come on. The next video I do is the long-awaited. I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't forget. I kept putting it off. It's more accurate because it's more editing I have to do because I want to do the Sandy Cove video next, and I'm excited about that day because it was a beautiful day. But part of it includes 3 separate videos that I have to stitch together. And if memory serves me correctly, I did stitch them together, but now I have to figure out how to add them to an iMovie video. A whole other editing process I've not done before. So I think that's why I've been putting it off a bit. It's going to be Sandy Cove is going to be the next one. And then a confessional. This is what I was going to talk about. There was something that happened. And there was a lot of like shame and embarrassment about it. And you know, like if you've ever done something that was wrong and then felt that remorse, but didn't allow God to really heal you and accept his forgiveness and forgive yourself, and then you took on that shame and that weightiness, you know that feeling of just that heaviness of like, anytime someone mentions it, you tighten up and you look down like, please move on. New topic, please. I hate that. I hate that feeling, right? Because I don't want to have wickedness in my heart, but then also pride, and I don't want pride to have a say in my heart either. So I do think earlier today I was just challenged to be transparent about that and to do what I'm going to call a confessional. I'm still flushing this out, right? Because I'm not thrilled about this, but I'm really grateful to God. I'm grateful that he found me and he created me and he loves me, sent his son to die for me, still loves me, has forgiven me, still loves me. You know what I mean? Like, he's been consistent and faithful, and here's my prayer, and has offered healing, and like, I mean, the list it goes on. It goes on. My point is that God is really good. And I don't want to paint this picture, though, that everything is easy. I want to be more in a place where any sin that grieves God's heart grieves my heart too. And that's not always been the case. I can't say that's always the case now, because I'm sure there's sin that I miss, right? I'm sure there's attitudes and mindsets and habits and patterns that I'm guilty of that I don't catch, right? Every day I'm sure there's something. Probably some things every day, right? But when I think back on some of the choices I made, this is why I'm so like, if it could help anybody else not make the same choice, I'm down. This walk is not for the faint of heart. And there are some challenging times, challenging seasons, challenging years. Yeah, God has remained faithful when I was wilding out. It's not always been easy, and I've not always been this excited about my life in Christ. I've not always valued it like I do, and I still should value it more. But yeah. So anyway, sorry, I got off on a whole tangent. My point is, after the Sandy Cove video, my next planned video is going to be the first of the confessionals, just sharing something that was a significant challenge for me in my life, and yeah, wanting to be honest about that, because I want to be able to be transparent and honest with you guys and share my life with you. You know, just if it helps anybody, I'm down. You know, so thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I love the comments and the feedback, the texts I get. You guys are super encouraging, and it means a lot to me. And yeah, have a good one.